Hey folks, Chris Peltz here with the Blind Grilling Experience, and today we're talking technology. Now, as most of you know, I am technologically challenged, but one thing I rely upon is refreshable Braille for my work. And I've had a few devices. I've got this Brilliant 40 display, but the problem is it works okay. It connects to my laptop, but it has, first of all, Braille input, and I can't write Braille. Yeah, I can read it okay, but I can't write it, and that I struggle with that. Not only that, but this has to be connected to a computer. And so if I want to take off and do something and want to just take notes, then I've got to have something else. Well, I've got a Braille Note Apex here. And the Braille Note Apex, which has the QWERTY keyboard, because I can type, that works great. It's got refreshable Braille, but this thing is fairly old. I mean, we're talking 14 years old now, and issues with the Braille display. But this thing was so much more than I really ever used it for. I mean, this has got, it's GPS and maps, it's got internet, email. I mean, all these things that you can do with this thing that I used it to take notes and to read lessons and sermons and Bible class material and things like that. And that was about it. But, for the longest time, when they did away with the Apex, they had no QWERTY keyboard options that were out there. Until now, finally. And that's what I've got in front of me about to unbox, and that is the Mantis Q40. Something, if I understand right, American Printing House has gotten together with Humanware, and so we get some of the Humanware thumb keys and things, but it is a keyboard, like a Bluetooth keyboard, that you can connect to several devices, but it also has an editor, and so you can do simple document editing as well. And so I'm going to open this up. And got some documentation. I've never had my hands on one of these. This is the first time. It feels pretty stout though. I'll give you that. It's a full keyboard, they say. So a full size, like laptop keyboard, which it certainly feels that way. 40 cell refreshable Braille. It's bright green. Outside of it's bright green. I don't think I never heard anything about color options. So it's got like a silicone case. I guess okay, so that's, my wife is telling me that's what's green. And so you can also get a leather case similar to the Apex. And so that should be coming. I don't think there's nothing else. There is, okay. So it's probably in here as well. Yeah, so I might get to that in a minute. But, I mean, just initial thoughts. I mean, just the keyboard. Yeah, the keys feel nice for sure. And so we're going to give this a few test goes arounds. And it's got some USB, SD card, various things. And so a home key button, as well as your thumb keys. For those who can see, I'll turn that around. You can see the home key and the thumb keys. 40 cell refreshable Braille, similar to everything Humanware has done. But you're supposed to be able to connect this to 3 devices and use it as a keyboard for those 3 devices and switch between those 3 devices quickly. But also, you're supposed to be able to use an editor and just create documents and read those documents. And then, of course, it's got a book reader and other things in it, but I'll get into all that later. But that's the unboxing of the Mantis Q40. And let's just see. I think there's one more box in here right there, which is probably a power cord or... Yeah, so you got your power, so you can plug it in and charge it. feels like USB-C to USB-A. Okay. So that's the cord and the power adapter. And that's pretty much it for what's in the box. So we'll get into this and we'll check things out, and we'll come back and let you know what I think about the Mantis Q40 from American Printing House and Humanware.